Now, North Bay News Early Edition. You're watching News Channel 50 at 7.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Ed Beboud.
And I'm Shauna Franklin, and we have such an exciting day today. And right now we're going to be talking about the internet, and we're going to go to Kyle, who is live in the field. Kyle?
Yes, as you can see, I am live in the field. In the field here, I'm about to show you an interview I had with a gentleman named Reggie.
Today with Reggie Nicolay. Foreman, we're out.
Yes, thank you, Reggie, for your time. As you can see, I'm still here in the field, but I'm going to shoot you on back to Ed and Shanna now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kyle, for all that great information. Our next story is coming live from Afghanistan in the field, and it'll be from our friend Nick Feltz, who is out there reporting.
Today, the U.S. declared war and started war with Afghanistan at 8:45 a.m. We have a story with Osama bin Laden and the president of the Taliban hiding behind a rock, claiming that the U.S. will lose the war. Back to you.
Still to come on News Channel 50 Early Edition, Brian will bring us Hold on, No.
Yeah, that's right.
Brian will bring us information from a computer engineer.
And you won't want to miss Chris, who has the story from a network administrator.
You're watching News Channel 50 Early Edition with Ed Beboud, Shanna Franklin, weather with Kathy Frampton, and Doug Silveri Sports.
Doompa-dee-doo, I've got a broken computer for you. Oh, we got a customer. Hello.
Hi, I'm Gloria. I'm here to pick up my computer.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Here you go. This is your computer.
And here it is again.
What do you mean?
It's broken.
I know, that's why I dropped it off for you.
Oh, we need to get a replacement for it. Here.
Hold on,
we need to fix it up for you.
What are you doing?
We're fixing your computer. That's what you wanted, right? We put more memory in.
See, it's all better now.
You know what? I don't like
Oh! And remember, if you want your computer fixed, come to CompUSA, where we're all competent.
Welcome back. Our next story is about a computer engineer. We go now to Brian, who has the latest. Brian?
Thank you, Shauna. Yes, I interviewed a very nice young lady named Mary Meyer, and I had the pleasure of doing it in her home, where she does most of her work.
Home? Mary, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do? Back to you.
Thank you, Brian. Chris had a chance to talk with a network administrator. Here he is with what he learned. Chris.
Hi, thanks, Shanna. All right, today we had an interview with Elise Ebert. Now, as we go through this, you're going to discover some of the common problems of an interview. Well, not of an interview, but of working in the technological field itself. General background of the subject is also covered in this interview, and there's information about the systems and software being used by the company. In this case, it's an electrical private contractor. There's also on-site troubleshooting and a few tips for those of you that wish to enter the technological field. All right, starting with the problems in the field, she found mostly that there was problems with KDOS, which is a form of bookkeeping software, I believe it was, that is covered in their systems, and it's not compatible with Windows on 98 machines. The problem that conflicts is considered scripting errors between the two different languages. And then she goes on into a much more elaborate thing that you won't understand unless you're a techie, of course. But of course you're not a techie, otherwise why would you be watching this? All right, on we go. Her technical skills start out when she was 16, out in the field, pulling Cat3 and fiber backbone for computer systems. I know most of you don't know what that means, but it refers to networking and systems that run that way. And if we go on through her systems, she's married to a man who is actually MCSE certified. Okay, now we'll go on to the software being used by the private electrical contractor. They use mostly MS Small Business Server, which is a version of Microsoft NT, which stands for Newer Technologies, used as a business server. They use the Veretta's data file system with backup storage software. Windows 98 runs on their machines, but unfortunately it does conflict with the SBS. Alright, now for the troubleshooting. The most troubleshooting she's ever had with this program is when she had to go through and discovered that a terminal actually ran over a fluorescent light. Now, you may ask, what would that be a problem for? Fluorescent light puts off electrical signatures just like anything else would. And once you have one of those running, you're going to have a problem where it disrupts the path of the data. Now, as you could probably guess, that isn't good. Now, the company had never thought of this because she is their sole tech support. Now, we don't recommend that you run a sole tech support if you have your own company and you need your computers running. You need at least 2 or 3 people. But moving on. She suggested that you have technical and engineering working knowledge of bases. Knowing how each part of the server works from hardware to software, from communication to data transfer, in order to appreciate for what you're doing, you need to know how it works. A lot of computer support just comes with practice. It can be entry-level positions with the right resources and management. And as you go through, you'll discover that you're doing better. But working in the field, or in the trenches, as they say, is more important than sitting in a class, memorizing details, and jotting it down on a test soon thereafter. But if you want to actually have certifications, it is recommended that you go to a college, such as perhaps Empire. All right, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. And later on Early Edition, find out what's new in the world of sports.
Also, set sail for the latest in box office. We will have more news when we come back.
Thanks.